we are starting this figure. This is your router 1, router 2 and router 3, and this router is your ISP router, and this is your LIT, and this is your LIT 1. So we are connecting ISP to LIT using DTE/DCE cable. Also this is DT/DCE cable. Okay, so first ISP is connected to LIT1 in 2x0 port, and also this is your 2x0 port, and this is also 3x0 port and 2x0 port. And this cable router to PC0 using which cable? Router is a layer 3 devices, PC is also a layer 3 devices. So layer 3 to layer 3 we are using cross cable. Cross cable is used for similar devices. Straight cable is used for dissimilar devices. If you are connecting router to switch, then switch to computer, then we are using straight cable. But the router is directly connected to PC, so this is your cross cable. Okay. So another thing is this is the router, LIT1 router. Also LIT1 router is connected is PC1. So PC1 during first is your this port is red, this port, and this port. Okay, so first is your we are configuring ISP. Router 0 is your ISP, and this ISP router, this is your command line interface. First is your no, we are using router is your enable command, then configure terminal, then host name is ISP, then show interfaces. How many interfaces are connected to the routers? Okay, so we are using configuration mode. In configuration mode, just we are click this port. This is 2x0. Okay, this is 2x0. So we are first configuring 2x0. So first we are configuring 2x0, configure terminal, interface serial 2x0, then IP address 10.0.0.1, subnet mask 255.0.0.0, then clock rate is 56000, then no shutdown. Similarly we are configuring this router. So 2x0 is connected to 2x0. So both sides are which signal? Red signal. When you configuring this side, the cable must be green signal. So we are using router 1. The router 1 is your LIT router. Simple enable configure terminal, host name LIT. Okay, interface serial 2x0, IP address 10.0.0.2, subnet mask 255.0.0.0, then no shutdown. When you entering no shutdown, the link must be green. So the link is what? Green. So this is the one connectivity, router to router. We are using DT/DC cable. DT/DC cable is your fiber optics cable. This is your different location. This is ISP, internet service provider, and this is your LIT1. So LIT1, so our LIT is connected to ISP. Okay. So next is your the main purpose. This is your one branch LIT, this is your another branch LIT1, this is the host computer PC0, this is the host computer PC1. The host computer is connected to the host computer. Our aim is one area, this is your another area, both computers are interconnected with each other. So similarly we are using this port is LIT, this router is LIT. First is this is your LIT router, this is your LIT1 router, then you are configuring LIT router. So in LIT router, this is the command line interface, Control Z, configure terminal, interface fast Ethernet 0x0 IP address. First is your 10.0.0.0 network and this is your 11.0.0.0 network. 11.0.0.1 subnet mask 255.0.0.0, then no shutdown, so the link is off. But which port we are connecting? We are configuring interface fast Ethernet 0x0, but the port is not connected interface fast Ethernet 0x0. Okay, simply verify the port FA0x0. So what is the problem? We are going to troubleshooting. We are configuring this port, but this port is not green. So first is how to check the configuration, how to check the port, how to check the status. So simple, we are going to router to PC. We are using which cable? Straight cable. This straight cable is not configure router to direct PC. We are using cross cable. So simple, here there is a cross mark, cancel the cable. Okay, this is your cross cable, interface fast Ethernet 0x0 and connected to PC0. We are configuring. So there is a buffer. The buffer stores the addresses. The buffer stores the IP addresses of the routers. So we are configuring fast Ethernet 0x0, but the cable is not suitable router to direct PC. So we are cut the cable and using cross cable. When you using the cross cable, the port automatically what? Green. Okay, so this is your 10.0.0 network, this is your 11.0.0.0 network. So we are using in PC0. Be simple, in PC0 there is a desktop IP configuration 11.0.0.2, 11.0.0.1. Okay, the system IP is 11.0.0.2 and the subnet mask is 255.0.0.0 and the default gateway is what? 11.0.0.1. Default gateway means entry and exit path of the network. So we are using packet FTP, file transfer protocol. PC to router successful. Another router to router successful. Router to router failed. Router to router failed. Why? Router to router failed. We are not using no shutdown command in both sides, or we are not using the clock rate. Simple, in another way, we are using this port. This port is a serial 3x0. So this is your 10.0.0.0 network, 10.0.0.0 network. This is your 11.0.0.0 network. We are using 12.0.0.0 network and this is your 13.0.0.0 network. So in this figure we are configuring 4 network, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so there are 2 types of protocol. One is your routing protocol, another is your routed protocol. So routing protocol is your RIP, EIGRP and OSPF, but simple we are using RIP, and routed protocol is your IP. Okay, so which protocol used by router is known as routing protocol, and which protocol used by system is known as routed protocol. Simple, this is your 13.0.0. network. So the default gateway is what? 13.0.0.1 and this address is 13.0.0.2 network. Simple. So we are configuring this port. This port is interface fast Ethernet 0x0. So interface fast Ethernet 0x0. In command line interface, no enable configure terminal host name lit1 interface fast Ethernet 0x0 IP address 13.0.0.1 subnet mask 255.0.0.0, then no shutdown, control Z, write memory for safe. Okay, 13.0.0.1 no shutdown. This port is configured. The port FA0/0 is configured, but the cable is not suitable router to direct PC. So we are using this cross symbol, cross, then we are using cross cable, fast Ethernet 0/0. So in twisted pair cable there are two types of, okay, twisted pair cable, two types. One is your what? Twisted pair cable UTP, another is your what? STP, shielded twisted pair cable, unshielded twisted pair cable. In unshielded twisted pair cable, straight cable, cross cable. Okay, straight cable is used for what? Dissimilar devices. Cross cable is used for similar devices. Router is a layer 3 device, PC is a layer 3 device, switch is a layer 2 device. So router to direct PC we are using which cable? Cross cable. Okay, so in LIT part we are configuring 13.0.0.0 network, 13.0.0.0 network. So in PC we are using 13.0.0.2, 13.0.0.2. So in PC1 desktop IP configuration 13.0.0.2, subnet mask 13.0.0.1, subnet mask is 255.0.0.0. Okay, so we are ping this statement, just delete previous statement, then ping PC1 to router. Successful. Source is PC1, destination is router 2, and type is ICMP, Internet Control Message Protocol. What? Internet Control Message Protocol. So left side is ready, right side is ready. Okay, so next is your this port. This port is serial 3/0 and this port is your 12.0.0.0 network. So interface serial 3/0, configure terminal, interface serial 3/0, IP address what? 12.0.0.1, subnet mask 255.0.0.0, clock rate 56000, then no shutdown, control Z, write memory. In LIT1 this port is which port? This port is serial 2/0. So we are configuring serial 2/0. This is your 12.0.0.1, this is your 12.0.0.2. Okay, so in LIT1 configure terminal, interface serial 2/0, IP address 12.0.0.2, subnet mask 255.0.0.0, then no shutdown, control Z, write memory. Just we are ping this statement, message PC1 to LIT1 successful, PC1 to LIT1 successful, LIT1 to PC1 successful, then router 2 to router 0, ISP router also successful. But this statement, previous statement is not successful, means ISP is not directly connected to what? LIT. So what is the problem? This is your which port? 2/0, 2/0. This is your which port? 2/0. Simple. In ISP router, show interface serial 2/0. 0. So interface serial 2 by 0. So interface serial 2 by 0. So this is your encapsulation is your SDLC. Encapsulation is your SDLC. IP address is 10.0.0.1. So we are simple the configuration 2 by 0, 2 by 0. Configuration configure terminal interface serial 2 by 0, then clock rate 56000, then no shutdown. Okay, control Z, then PC ISP connected to LIT router. Successful. So we are not providing the bandwidth. We are not providing the bandwidth. So the bandwidth is configured in DC side. The bandwidth is configured on DC side. So in this figure, there is a ISP router. ISP is connected to LIT in one location. This is your in another location. Our aim is, this is the PC1, this is PC0. PC0 is connected to PC1. So this is your 10.0.0 network. This is 11.0.0 network, and this is your 12.0.0 network, and this is your 13.0.0 network. So in this figure, how many networks are present? There are 4 networks. First we configure routed protocol. IP is a routed protocol. Then we are configuring routing protocol. The main aim is routing protocol to convert different network. One network is connected in another network using routing protocol. So we are using routed protocol. Our computer, our printer, our mobile, our tab using routed protocol. TCP IP is a routed protocol. All the end devices are using routed protocol, but the routed protocol is configured in routing protocol. The routed protocol is configured in routing protocol. For example, our mobile is different network, Google is different network. So our mobile is connected in Google. Using routing protocol. So our ISP, our internet service provider, they are using routing protocol. If they are not using routing protocol, your mobile not connected to Google, because Google is different network, your mobile is different network. So without routing protocol, same network configuration, same network packet sending. This is your same network, packet send. This is your same network, packet send. But this network, this computer is not sending packet to this computer, because this computer is 11.0.0.0 network. This is your 13.0.0.0 network. So we are using routing protocol. So first is your, in a routing protocol, first we know that in ISP router, how many networks are directly connected. So in ISP router, there are 2 networks directly connected. One is 10.0.0.0 network, another is your 12.0.0.0 network. In LIT router, how many networks are directly connected? Now 11.0.0.0 network and 10.0.0.0 network. In LIT 1 router, also 2 networks are directly connected. So in a routing protocol, router configure the routing information protocol. If the router configure the routing information protocol, the router advertise the neighbor router. Which networks are directly connected? My routers. Okay. So first we are using LIT router. In LIT router, how many networks are directly connected? First we know that the PC are not connected with each other. The PCs are not connected with each other. So simple, in PC0 to PC1, this is your failed. This is failed. Means source is PC0, destination is PC1, type is ICMP, but status is what? Failed. Our aim is, this is your different location, this is your different location. In different locations computers are connected with each other. Okay, so first in your LIT router, two networks are directly connected. So in router 1 enable configure terminal, router RIP, router RIP, then network. Which network? Now one is 10.0.0 network, another is your 11.0.0 network. Okay, Control Z, write memory, Control Z, write memory. Okay, another, this is your ISP router. In ISP router also two networks are directly connected. One is 10.0.0 network, another is your 12.0.0.0 network. Simple, configure terminal, router, RIP, then network. Which network? 10.0.0 network, another is your network 12.0.0.0 network. Control Z, write memory. In LIT1 router, how many networks are directly connected? LIT router, LIT1 router, how many networks are directly connected? Two networks. One is your 12, another is your 13. Okay, so in LIT1 router, simple, configure terminal, router RIP, network. Which network? One is 12.0.0 network, another is network. Which network? 13.0.0 network. Control Z, write memory. Okay, so next is your our aim is PC0 successful connected, PC1. But the status is successful. The status is successful. Let it, this is your different location, this is your Bhubaneswar and this is your Calcutta. Both locations are different. One organization but two different locations. We are using ISP, Internet Service Provider. We are connecting LIT in ISP, LIT1 in ISP, but one company, two location. Every location, every computers, every host machines are interconnected with each other. Means in LIT, one HR manager sit in Bhubaneswar, in Calcutta, one HR manager sit in Calcutta. Both computers are interconnected with each other because it is one company. Okay, clear? So, routing protocol and routed protocol. So which protocol used by computer is known as routed protocol? IP is a routed protocol. Which protocol used by router is known as routing protocol used by router? What is router? A router is a path determination device. A router is a path determination device to best path, to choose the best path. Looks like your passenger and bus, passenger and driver. Okay, so passenger means this is your host computer. Host computer is connected to the host computer using router. Without router, PC0 is not connected to PC1. Clear?